What is up, guys? This is the Overleveled podcast, episode 58 or 59. I don't know. One or the other. Let me make sure that we're on the right episode.
58.
Yeah, it's 58. Good word. For some reason, I thought we were at 59, but 58. But guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. We have a couple of gaming topics to talk about and a little bit like a movie topics and some Oscar stuff and maybe a rant. I don't know. Whatever goes our way, so to speak, we'll talk about it. But first, I guess we can talk about Resident Evil 2, the remake. Resident Evil 2, the remake, will be coming out January 25th, which is this Friday, and it is sitting around a 91 on Metacritic, and it is probably the best remake of this generation, so to speak, even eclipsing the Shadow of the Colossus remake that came out last year around the same time frame, where I believe it was in February. But I played the RE2 demo. Very, very fun demo. Very tense. Very atmospheric. 60 FPS was freaking amazing, and it was a terrifying experience. I was actually scared when I was streaming that game, and I haven't been scared of a horror game in quite some time. But this remake did it, and I really wished more horror games were like that. And also, I was like rushing through it too because it was like 30 minutes. And it's like, once you're done, you're done. So I was like, oh gosh, I need to hurry up, man. And you start making, sloppy mistakes here and there just because of, trying to figure out what to do and stuff like that. But it seems like it's garnered the critical success, and I hope that a lot of people pick this up and show Capcom that, hey, we want Resident Evil games like this and like 7. We don't want it ever to go back to that Resident Evil 5 and 6 format, because those games are garbage, shouldn't be mentioned, shouldn't even have been uttered by me. But I guess, Inspector, what do you think about Resident Evil 2, sitting at that 91 on Metacritic, and as a remake wise, do you think that's like super impressive from coming to the PS1 to this being made now?
I would say, yeah. It's very crazy because they pretty much changed up the whole game, because they made it more like third person instead of I don't want to say it was top down, the original one.
It's like a fixed camera angle.
It's like fixed camera. And I didn't play the demo, but I saw the trailer and stuff, and it looked like a beautiful game. Who did the remake on this one?
Oh, Capcom themselves.
Oh, just Capcom themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know when it comes to and is it just PS4 or is it multi-platform?
PS4, Xbox, PC, and no Switch version.
Okay, because I was gonna say, because when it comes to PlayStation remasters, it's usually Bluepoint that does them.
Mm-hmm.
But and Bluepoint did the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Yeah.
So which I haven't played it, but I want to because that looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
But it's great. It's great considering that it's a remake, and it's good for Capcom.
And I believe it's running on the RE7 engine as well. So that engine is pretty damn good. So
yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like 5 and especially 6 because they were more I know some people are more mixed on 5 than hate 5, but I know people hate 6.
Me, it's the downfall for Resident Evil, and I guess this is blasphemy, was Resident Evil 4. And the reason for it, granted, it was an amazing shooter at its time, right? Revolutionary controls for a third-person shooter.
But it went more towards action than horror.
Yeah, it went more towards the action route. By the midway through the game, I guess you would want to say, and it started going more crazy, and it's just it wasn't scary. And then 5, you had the co-op also ruining experience for horror games. and they went that route. And then 6, fucking Leon was driving a motorcycle on top of rooftops. Okay, that shit was just going bananas. Like it's. I'm just glad they went back to the roots of what Resident Evil is, and that is a game that is meant to terrify you and meant to have you on the edge of your seat and to think of ways to solve puzzles. You know,
Yeah.
and thinking like that. And then 7 was like that too, but first person as well. So I'm just glad that the RE7 like engine is being put to good use. Like Capcom is using that on a lot of their games, as well as Devil May Cry 5, and that game looks stunning as well. That RE7 engine is just insane, so to speak.
Yeah.
Talati, what do you think about the sitting at the 91 on Metacritic for RE2?
RE2
Mm-hmm.
for what's the word I'm looking for? For Resident Evil 2 as 92 quid. I think that's really good, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that when once the game comes out, that it does stay at that Metacritic level, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I feel the same way. It's like that should definitely stay there, because if it doesn't, it's going to show, people don't want these type of games, that those Resident Evil games. And I think that the sales, like everyone needs to go out and support that if you're a big horror fan, so to speak. But we do still have some more Resident Evil news, and this is coming from IGN themselves. They made a big mistake on their review. It's a big blunder
because they didn't finish the game.
Because they did not finish the game. Somehow, for some way, they were like, "Oh, it's the same thing." It's like Claire's the exact same thing. It's like you didn't play Path B, my good sir. You didn't play the second playthrough of the game, and they were like, "Oh, we got to retract." And the first thing was, it was insane. They legit put a line through some of the statements on the review. It was crazy. And then they had to delete the review and then re-upload it. And then they gave it a 9. Now, this is just showing me that gaming journalists aren't the best at covering games and reviewing games, so to speak, because they just don't, I guess, I don't want to say know how to play games, but it's the same thing with Cuphead. So somebody didn't know how to actually play Cuphead. There's a legit tutorial right there in his face, and he was doing the wrong thing. And I don't know. And I know this guy, the guy who wrote it, is Damon. I think it's Hatfield, I believe. He's been a long time writer. I think he was an editor. I think he is an editor in IGN. Long time. So I don't understand how he made this type of mistake in his review of the game, because now that affects other people's perception, because you were giving false statements about said game. I don't understand that. It's like you have an integrity and you're supposed to live up to said integrity. You cannot put out a review and you haven't finished the game. That is dishonest. That is you're not being truthful to the readers, and you're not showing the true representation of the video game, so to speak. And I just don't understand why you would do something like that. But I guess, Inspector, what do you think about this whole debacle? Do you think this also ruins the image of IGN, as well as having what was the guy who basically stole other people's reviews? I mean, that was the big controversy last year, and now they have this debacle. Do you think that a lot of people are going to be turned off by IGN or whatnot?
I mean, I think IGN has become a joke ever since that Pokemon review.
Oh yeah, too much water.
Too much water. 7.8 out of 10. IGN.
I was like, gosh dang, that was the only negative thing too. I was like, oh, man, you must hate water.
Yeah. I think people have pretty much not cared about IGN for the longest time. when it came to like video game review sites, the only ones I don't really pay attention to review sites that much anymore. But when it came to like the review sites that I trusted, it was Game Informer and Giant Bomb and maybe GameSpot. But I felt GameSpot was a bit too harsh sometimes. But I mainly liked Game Informer and Giant Bomb and G4 when they were around. So I don't really care about IGN, and like, yeah, as you said, like Damon Hatfield has been with IGN since like forever. So I don't know why he's kind of being like really stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really ruins his image more than IGN's image. But
yeah. It's just like, dude, everyone was like tweeting about it and stuff like that, and I'm just like, that's a big yikes, IGN, because that's just like a low blow that you don't finish your games, and now I'm worried for future reviews from you, especially for Kingdom Hearts 3. I'd be like, oh, I finished the game. Oh no, there's like 4 more worlds. Gotta retract this whole fucking review. Throw this shit out. Oh, but I guess, Ty, what do you think about this whole debacle for IGN, messing up on their review and, having to, retract it and, add some stuff to it and then, get the grade higher for the review?
I'm on the same board with the Inspector here. I never trusted IGN's review on any game, to be honest with you. And like, even with this Resident Evil 2 retraction and shit, I think that's, firstly, they should have done the review right, and secondly, for them retracting it and then reprinting it, what can I say? I mean, copying and pasting somebody else's work is no good. It's set a bad example for others. But yeah, in terms of them reviewing games, IGN is just really bad reviewing games. That they don't give an honest review. This is some of the games they say is which are bad. They say they're good. I'm just like, wait. This game is bad, but you're giving it a good score. I'm just like, baffled. So, I mean, the way I see it, if you're looking for something for good reviews and good scores and shit, look at either Metacritic, Metacritic, and or look at Game Informer. Those are the only 2 places where you'll find something huge.
IGN, what has happened to you? The mighty has fallen. Before they were like a big powerhouse staple point in the gaming media before internet. Like they were really good, like through their magazines and shit. Now it's like, I don't know.
Game Informer, you're saying?
No,
or IGN?
No, I believe IGN had their own like magazine and shit back in the day.
No.
They were the first to transition into the internet. The first like gaming media to transition to internet. Others followed. Okay, before we talk, I guess, about Mortal Kombat, I'm trying to make sure. Gosh dang. That can't be it. Okay, yeah. So, the Switch sales for December have been released. Preliminary MPD sales data indicates Nintendo Switch is the best-selling hardware of 2018. Nintendo Switch sets new sales record in December for this gen. Nintendo Switch outsold competition PS4 and Xbox One combined in December. The full December NPD report will be out tomorrow, which is today, and I'm trying to figure out. Give me a quick second about this because it's... Okay. And these are like really guess estimates and stuff like that. Just making sure I have like the facts about which console sold what. Give me. Okay. Check this person. Should have tweeted this out. Okay. Yeah. And wow, I cannot find it. What the fuck? Okay. Here we go. So the top best-selling games, and I'm just going to do top 5 for December, are Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, Battlefield 5, and NBA 2K19. And Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo was a big hit. Was the fastest, I believe, selling exclusive of all time, and edged out Spider-Man PS4 and became number 5 on the top. What do you call it? Top sold game of 2018, and Spider-Man was number 6, which is insane because Smash Bros. Came out in December, and Spider-Man came out in, I believe, September. So that time frame was a bit crazy for Nintendo to, sell all those copies. But I believe first place was Nintendo for the consoles being sold in the holiday seasons. Then it was Xbox One, number 2, and PlayStation 4, third place, which is crazy. To say the least, and I believe this is like the first time in a long time that Xbox finally beat Sony in 1 month, even though they weren't even in first place. Which is a big yikes, so to speak. So I guess, Claudia, what do you think about Smash beating out Spider-Man and being like the, I guess, most sold exclusive game?
I think Smash, to be honest with you, I don't know what to say about Smash. Beating the likes of Spider-Man PS4, it's. I'm a bit confused on the question. Can you repeat the question because I'm a bit lost?
Like, are you surprised that Smash is like the number 1 sold exclusive?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised.
Even though Spider-Man did big numbers, like it's.
I think it's because the reason why Spider-Man, Smash did so well is because it's a fighting game. Spider-Man is a single-player game, and I believe right at this moment, I think people are looking into the fighting game genre because of the hype, because for MK. So maybe that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? I could be wrong.
That's true. What do you think about this, Spectre?
About Smash outselling Spider-Man?
Spider-Man being like the number 1 sold exclusive of this year.
Oh, like I'm not surprised. Spider-Man is a huge character, and even though both Smash and Spider-Man were exclusives, but I'm not really surprised because Spider-Man is a huge property, and it's a huge property for Sony, and Insomniac just knocked it out of the park. So
well, it was actually Smash that was the number 1.
Smash.
Yeah,
you mistaken. I thought you said
no.
Because you said Spider-Man was number 1.
If I did, my bad. But no,
yeah.
It's,
then I'm not surprised. Then I'm not surprised. Smash, because Smash is a huge game. It has a huge,
which is a short time span though too.
That's surprising how it beat Spider-Man in such a short time span. But Smash is when it comes to Spider-Man, I think this is the first time Spider-Man has ever been an exclusive to a Sony console. Because I think all the other Spider-Man games were multi-plat. But
yeah,
I'm not surprised because this Smash, Nintendo really went all out with Smash because they added in everyone, and Smash is just a huge fan base, one of the biggest fighting game fan base is probably next to MK and Street Fighter. Like Smash is like number 3 probably, or maybe like number 2. I think when it comes to like fan bases and fighting games, I think it goes Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Smash. But maybe Smash is tied with MK, but I don't know. I feel the MK community is like kind of small compared to like Street Fighter, but and maybe Smash. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
And also, continuing on, Matt oh my gosh, butcher his name, Matt Piscatella. Matt Piscatella. That's his. If I butcher your name and you're listening to this podcast, I apologize, my dude. But he tweeted out because he analyzes MPD. He said this about Marvel's Spider-Man. Marvel's Spider-Man finished as the best performing superhero game in almost 15 years. What Insomniac and Sony achieved with this game is absolutely incredible. Another game that surpassed all expectations.
Wait, so he said like it's the highest selling superhero game?
Yeah, this is what he said about the MPD because like he has like he looks at the MPD and shit like that. Because MPD, you have to buy that stuff, to look at like the numbers and data. But I ain't buying that shit.
No, I'm not buying that either.
He said Marvel's Spider-Man finished as the best performing superhero game in almost 15 years.
Huh.
And the article also said, this is a massive statement, especially considering that this includes other superhero titles that were hits with players, including the Batman Arkham games. But the real question is, what was the previous best-selling game? Going back about 15 years, it could very well be Treyarch's own Spider-Man 2, which released in 2004 and perfected the formula of an open-world design for the hero following what the original Spider-Man did back in 2001. This hasn't been finalized, but that's likely the previous champ.
Huh.
That's interesting.
That's interesting because how much did Arkham Knight sell? Because I think Arkham Knight was the highest selling Arkham game.
Yeah,
even though it was unrated.
Sold copies.
With Arkham Knight, it was the.
Okay, so this is from October 15th, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That was 5 million copies sold since launch.
Right.
And Spider-Man has like 7 million, right?
9 million so far.
Wow. So it's like double the amount of Arkham Knight. Now, I don't want to say Arkham City because I think I think the M rating kind of did harm the numbers of Arkham Knight a bit.
Yeah, I would say so.
That probably cut the audience in half.
No, I would say because the reason why, because it was also delayed, if you can remember. So maybe that's the reason why, a lot of people didn't get it in the end. Compared to, in 2014, otherwise it sold really well.
I'm trying to find Batman Arkham City sold. Can't really find it. All I can find was like the first week or so was 4.6 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we can go by in 3 days. But Spider-Man sold 3.3 in 3 days,
and Arkham City sold
4.6 in a week. 4.6 million in a week.
Okay. So I guess it'd be Arkham City then.
Yeah, it would be Arkham City.
Nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much did Spider-Man 2 sell, actually?
Well, Spider-Man sold 3. Did you say like 3.4?
3.3.
3.3 million in a weekend. Then it probably sold like 5 million or like 4 million in 1 week.
Wait, which one? I was saying for Marvel Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Spider-Man, regular Marvel Spider-Man, sold 3.3 in 3 days.
Yeah, for the weekend because it came out on a Friday. You also have to put into consideration that Arkham City came out on a Tuesday. So, because September 7th was a Friday, and October 18th, 2011 was a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But Arkham City also came out on a Friday, I think. So,
But
I mean,
they had
Arkham
the
Knight
whole
came
week.
out on a Friday.
They had the whole week though. They're saying that week 4.6. Spider-Man is just 3 days. Like God of War, they had 3 days.
Yeah, God of War also came out on a Friday.
Yeah, so it was only 3
So,
days. It's God of War
That's what I'm
sold
saying,
3.1.
because that's what I'm saying. Like, if you come out on a Friday, the weekend gives you extra numbers, because if it comes out during the week, less people will like buy it, because if it comes out during the school year, they have school to do.
Well, my thing is, why do they just count for Arkham City an actual whole week, but Spider-Man just 3 days?
I don't know. Maybe they changed their things.
Because
I don't know. I don't know how MPD works.
That's weird. Well, those weren't even MPD. Like the 3.3 and the 3.1, that was Sony releasing to the public and shit like that for 3 days. MPD only has the whole month. The whole month data. But that's crazy. So it beat out Arkham Knight, which is insane, I think. Because that's multi-platform. I'm wondering how Arkham Knight would have done if it had a PG-13 rating. Not PG-13, rated T. But do you think it would have exceeded more, or do you think it would have been like maybe 8 million?
Are you talking about Spider-Man or
No.
Arkham Knight?
If it was
If it was T, yeah, I think it would have sold more, because I think, even though I think parents nowadays are kind of more, I guess, willing to buy M-rated games for their kids. I don't want to say that, but I think more parents are like, don't really care about video games that much.
Dude, they buy GTA for their kids.
Yeah, they buy GTA for the kids, but keep in mind, this is like 2018, 2019, that was 2015. So, but I do think having an M rating kind of cut the audience down a bit, but I don't know by how much. I don't want to speculate.
I don't even know how it's like that was I don't know. When playing that game, I was just like, it could have dredged the line for rated T. It like that one scene. I guess you could say the torture, but the torture you barely got to see for Jason Todd. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess it was just like the themes, I guess, because I don't know, like what's weird is that some games are rated T for way more than.
Dude, I saw some guy got impaled with a sword. I mean, in Arkham City, Rachel Gold got impaled with a sword too.
But there's like no blood. Like,
yeah.
The thing is, like, with the Arkham games, is that there's like very little blood.
Yeah, and then got impaled with the dang Arkham sign too. I just remembered that.
Like, even though Batman is like pretty much breaking bones and like running people over with a Batmobile and launching them into buildings, like, yeah, and also like, I guess since like the Joker's like, I guess, like mentally torturing Batman, I guess it's mental illness themes and stuff, but I don't know, like Hellblade had all that, and was Hellblade rated M or was that rated T?
Well, Hellblade had some like gore and stuff. Well, not gore. Like stabbing with swords and stuff.
But I don't want to compare it to Hellblade, because Hellblade is a totally different game than.
Yeah, that legit is dealing with like mental illness, like legit, like 100%.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. But I was trying to find for Spider-Man 2's PS2 sales, because they're saying Spider-Man 2 did well in terms of sales, or it was like the best-selling superhero game for 15 years. Spider-Man 2. MPD can track it. I just like back then.
Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was the best-selling Marvel game up to Marvel Spider-Man for Marvel, basically. That I can tell you that from.
Well, yeah, Marvel, yeah. But I don't know, because MPD is the only one that knows that type of shit. Like, we can't say that they're wrong, because there was no internet, or the internet wasn't as big as it was in when did Spider-Man PS2 come out?
Spider-Man PS2.
That was
Spider-Man
2001, right?
What, Spider-Man?
2000 Spider-Man 2 was 2004.
Yeah, that's 2004.
Let me look. Spider-Man 2. 2004, yeah. Yeah. The internet wasn't that big. It doesn't tell you. Like, I looked it up, and I can't get any sales figure. But, you know, Matt's legit, like, analyzes this shit and has, like, the documents, so he knows about this shit more than I do. Yeah, because he's the U.S. Video Games Industry Analyst, the MPD group. So he's a part of the group. Yep. So I'll take his word for it. I guess Spider-Man 2 was the best-selling superhero game until Spider-Man. But that's insane. Do we see? I guess. Okay, I'll transition this into like. Do we see even, let's say, WB's game, the Arkham game, touching even the sales of Arkham Knight, or no? They won't even get 5 mil.
To be honest with you, I am not sure where WB Montreal, like, if you're talking about WB Montreal, then me personally, it would probably be in the range of 4 to 5 billion. Right?
Billion?
Million.
Okay, million. Okay. I thought you said billion, dude. I was like, gosh dang.
No. It would be probably about 3 to 4 million in the first week.
I don't know.
No, because it's Batman. Remember that.
I'm feeling like, if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know if Inspector is feeling this too. I feel like there's going to be a set of fatigue for Batman.
Yeah.
For the Arkham game.
Yeah. I kind of cut out when you were asking the question, Red Hood, but
okay.
I get what you're I understand where you're going with the question.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there is going to be some sort of Batman fatigue going on with WB Montreal's game, and knowing that it's WB Montreal, I think that's going against it because of how mixed the reaction to Arkham Origins was.
Yeah. Like, even Talade, I guess you can even remember this. Like, we were on a podcast, remember? 2 weeks back. And you brought up the Arkham game. No, everyone's like, another Batman game? Or like,
yeah.
It's like,
so I can see already the reason why. It's because people are sick and tired of Batman. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, even me, I wanted the damn Superman game and I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what do we get? The top-notch, top-dog Batman game. And I'm just like, you're giving us another Batman game? Like, how many more do we really need, to be honest with you? How many people are sick of it? How many people want it? Do really, really want it? Like the diehard fans. And I think the diehard fans really want it. And that's what WB higher-ups are thinking. Like, okay, we'll put the biggest top dog out there. We'll play it safe. We'll put the Batman game out there. We'll sell about 3 to 4 million copies. Maybe even get bundles involved as well with Sony. And that's the reason why. I think that's why WB have decided to play it safe in terms of putting the big top dog. Otherwise, we would have had a new character by now, to be honest with you. Because I just think WB Montreal is a ride or die thing, really. You ride this through, you see this going through, and you let this roller coaster either make sure that you let this thing go, fast, and like you make sure that you're presenting this game really, really well, and that you sell the game like how Arkham City was sold really well. And if you present it like how Arkham City was, then you got a solid game right there and then. People will buy it. But when it comes down to, like, if you did what Arkham Knight did, or if what Spider-Man PS4 did, in terms of waiting 2 years without anything, then you got a problem.
But I don't think that's a problem, because like waiting 2 years for Spider-Man PS4, it still sold 9 million copies, which is good, even for an exclusive.
Yeah, but in terms of DC,
if it wasn't exclusive,
in terms of a DC fan point, that is, you have a problem there. if you wait 2 years, you got a problem. In terms of
I know,
Marvel,
I know, but I agree. And the problem with WB Montreal is that they've been working on this game. They've been starting and stopping it for 6 years.
And plus, they were working on other projects too.
They were working on other projects like Injustice, Arkham Knight.
Well, in terms of WB Montreal,
Injustice
that's completely different. But they worked on Suicide Squad. That wasn't good.
If you're talking about projects, then yeah, they worked on 3 different projects before.
That's too many projects to be. I hope those projects were concurrently being developed.
From what I heard, it was like this. Like I saw this on Twitter, like coming from one of the people who worked on the games. He basically said you could try, and try again. So basically, from what I've seen and stuff, it's basically they must have had like 3 different games, well, 2 different games at one go, the Suicide Squad game and the Batman game back to back.
Yeah, and
it kind of screwed them over. They tried to do a 3rd game, which didn't even get greenlit probably, and it's the way I see it. It's just that they've really put them in a pickle now, and it's like, how many more times are you going to get yourself out of a pickle? How many more chances are you going to be given? Not many. Warner Brothers games will probably, like Warner Brothers higher up, would probably say, okay, if you guys don't deliver on this game, they're not going to shut down the studio, but they'll tell the studio to basically you'll be working with other studios on other projects, and you won't be able to make a game. That's the way I've seen it.
It's pretty much gonna be like Ubisoft, where Ubisoft has like a bunch of ancillary studios that just like come together on one game.
Yeah, that's what it is. Even though they got a Studio 500, right? The Studio 500, they could have easily had a game out by now, but no, they got very lazy with some of the 2 projects they worked on. Very lazy. They didn't do research, and it's like the whole Batman Damian Wayne game, which got rebooted. A lot of people don't like Damian Wayne as Batman. They should have done the research on this. Like, say, hey, look, maybe we do Arkham Origins sequel, but as a Batman, and it would have made sense.
My thing was, it could have just been like, oh, we could have had Dick Grayson as Batman. We could have had Terry McGinnis. We could have done any of this.
But no, they're like, because I mean, a lot of people are just like, oh, Batman Beyond game, and it's like they wanted Rocksteady to do it, and I'm just like, no, Rocksteady already said they were done. So in terms of where the money will go now, the money is the main priority is for them to focus on this Batman game and present it so well to the point where people would buy it. That's what they need to focus on, because even though they presented it to Warner Brothers partners and stuff like that, they might like it, but it's all about the customers at the end of the day. If the customers don't like what they see, they're not going to get it. That's the problem. If you debate them like they did with Arkham Origins and say, oh, well, it's Black Mass as a villain, and it turns out to be the Joker, the main villain, it's like, you basically did Arkham Origins on us. And people are just going to backlash at it.
Mm-hmm. My thing is, besides like what we established, that we're seeing a Batman fatigue of sorts, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot. Like, I'm seeing that like through Twitter and Discord and stuff like that.
It's great to have hardcore Batman fans, right? Yeah. It's great to have that. You're gonna have those fans that will buy your game, but you need to also realize that the casuals also support you as well. And when you're hearing the casuals say like, "We're getting tired of said Batman," I think you got to be like, "Oh shit!" Like,
you need something different. You need to have another character to come in. And that's why I've been saying, like, for many years now. It's like, once you've done the Arkham trilogy with Rocksteady, like, maybe just focus on a different character, do a different character that deserves a spotlight.
But here's the thing: when it comes to WB Montreal's game, I think more people are looking forward to this game because they want to know what Rocksteady is doing, and Rocksteady's game comes after this game.
That's true. And my
No,
thing
but the
is,
thing is, but the people are so wrong about Rocksteady's next game being
I know.
coming out.
I know. I'm not even going to speculate on that because we
Yeah.
don't know
Not
anything.
speculation. This is not like speculation, but people are what I've seen on Twitter. People saying, "Oh, WB Montreal's coming up first, and then after that it'll be Rocksteady," and I'm just like, no, no, it'll be something else. Like, watch, it'll be something else, like the Harry Potter game which got leaked out. It'll be something like that with connection to the Shadow of War. Or
well,
some shit.
me, I think that Harry Potter game's next gen. If I'm going to be
Yeah,
completely
but
honest.
Don't forget next gen is coming out in a year's time, right?
Yeah.
So
But
think
my
about
thing
it.
is that Batman Arkham game, I think it's going to go the same route as Arkham Origins did.
Yeah,
And
it
they're
is.
going to be for PS5. Well, you can get it for PS5 in terms of you buy it for PS4 and it's backwards compatible with PS5, but it's not going to be like, you're going to have a PS5 version of.
You'll just have the same graphics as a PS4. That's what it's going to be. Like that was the case with Arkham Origins when you
But
played
my
it.
thing is, I just even saw this, and this I didn't even know Arkham Origins didn't really do as well as people thought. Because I was reading this article that
Mhm.
Batman Arkham Origins tops chart, but half city sales, which then made it the equivalent of Arkham Asylum sales.
Yeah.
So
But,
what in terms of where they in terms of the studio itself, they need to look at this and they need to start looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
Like crunching at the numbers and say,
And
look,
this wasn't
yeah,
even
but-
the fatigue setting in yet. It's like we're at this point now.
But also you have to keep in mind that Arkham Origins came out 3 weeks before the next generation consoles came out.
Yeah.
So that cut it down severely because more people were looking forward to the PS4 and Xbox One than looking forward to.
You can agree to that, but it's like you also had a game like GTA 5 that came out a month before the next generation consoles, and that thing did gangbusters.
That's true, and also like, but GTA was getting like rave reviews, and and Arkham Origins was getting like middle to like negative reviews, like 7s and 6s, and
they were getting like
all that
mid-range. They were getting mid-range reviews.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the reason why we didn't get like next gen type of thing, next gen port. But even like now, right? We're on a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I feel as if they're gonna put it on this gen, but they're not gonna put it on next gen for the sake of the money and everything. They'll be like, okay, well, if we're gonna do like a package deal, we'll do Arkham Origins and Arkham whatever as a package deal or something as a remaster. They might end up doing that in the future, right? But if this new Batman game doesn't break even or something, right, in terms of sale, right, and then WB is really in deep heat with Warner Brothers Interactive as a whole, and don't forget it's been 6 years since the last game, right, and a lot of people have already stated, it's been 6 years, no game, no nothing, no announcements. And still, even now, it's like people are still speculating, oh, is it going to be a Batman Beyond game or is it going to be a Batman Arkham Origins 2 game? I'm just like, guys, please stop. You guys are just basically just doing clickbait stuff, or you're just talking about stuff that we don't even know is 100% confirmed, right?
And also you have to keep in mind that
the fatigue.
Not the fatigue, but also that WB Montreal, since they're a second string studio, is going to reuse a lot of assets from Arkham Knight.
Yeah, that is 100%. 100%.
Just like Arkham Origins reused a lot of assets from Arkham City. Because if you look at Arkham Origins, pretty much the same animations as City with a few new takedowns. Mm-hmm. The exact same map as Arkham City with a few new interiors. They basically took Arkham City and then basically created that and basically expanded it and just created like half a new city.
Yeah, that's what they basically did for Arkham Origins. Even when they did the Batgirl DLC, they used the same gadgets as Arkham Knight, except for the fact that I feel as if they're gonna do the same thing, they already have the mechanics for it, but this time around, you're gonna have this issue where it's either the fans are gonna like it or the fans are gonna dislike it. So you have to please the fans no matter what. Like the only like I said, the cool thing is that they did they did tease Court of Owls, but like that's not 100% confirmation, right? But like I said, I mean, it's just Warner Brothers now. They have to really push this game out. Like after MK, you guys have to push something out. Otherwise, you're basically letting the DC fanboys are just gonna go crazy. They're gonna go nuts, like we saw on that E3. Look what happened with the whole Superman rumors. That went crazy. They went nuts. And after E3 came up to the VGAs, you guys then confirmed that it wasn't going to be a Superman game and shit, and you basically let these rumors spread really bad, like wildfire. And that's why I'm saying this needs to happen for the Batman game, where they stop these rumors and shit, and just basically announce it after either before E3, like in March or April, and then like basically promote it after MK11 comes out. That is something they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just me though, because I think marketing for this game is a key factor for Warner Brothers right now, especially with the financial problems they're having, and also the problems they have with the higher ups. That's the way I see it.
True. Alrighty, let's go into a quick thing. This is regarding Power Rangers Battle for the Grid fighting game announced. Battle for the Grid, an upcoming fighting game made by developer Enway, has been announced for an April release on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and a PC release for sometime later in 2019. Described as an easy-to-learn but hard-to-master fighting game, Battle for the Grid spans the Power Rangers' 25-year history and pits new and classic Rangers and villains against each other in team battles. Those who buy the game on Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, or PC will be able to cross-play online across these platforms and mission progress they achieve can be accessed across platforms as well. More details for a Battle for the Grid will arrive in coming weeks. In the announcement teaser below, you can see 3 Rangers who appear to be playable fighters. Red Ranger, Jason Lee Scott, Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, and what happens to be Yellow Ranger, Gia Morin, Power Rangers Megaforce. Trailer ends with a quick cameo appearance from the original Green Ranger actor Jason David Frank. Yeah, and developer Enway created the mobile fighter Power Rangers Legacy Warriors. Appears Battle for the Grid could be a console and PC adaptation of this game. Legacy Wars was eventually updated to add Street Fighter characters. The standard digital download will be available for $20, while a special digital collector's edition will be available to pre-order for $40. This contains the full game download of Season 1 Pass, which includes 3 new characters, their arcade story, and a new warrior skin, exclusive Lord Dracon, Evo 2, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink Ranger character skins. Those who pre-order will receive an exclusive Green Ranger V2 character skin and art book. So for me, what I got from this, I don't think the game's going to be good. This shit looks very mobile. Like, what the
It's not like, here's what I can tell you. It's not a port change from Legacy Wars. It's not a free-to-play game, because I've seen this all on Twitter.
It's $20.
It's $20 for the standard edition.
And $40 for the deluxe.
It's basically it's a little bit like Dragon Ball.
Nah, dude, This shit looks like mobile gaming.
Is it? No, I don't know. Somebody was comparing it to Dragon Ball. I'm not too sure whether it's like that. But there's no like defense, but there's like assist. Apparently, there's only a certain amount of characters, but there's single player and online play. From what I've heard as well, is that it's Enway that's developing it.
Yeah, they're a mobile developer.
They're a mobile developer, but like even though it's basically it's an easy game to learn, but hard to get master the controls. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. This shit doesn't look good, dude. This looks.
I mean, it's been a long ass time since they had a console game, so To be honest with you.
This isn't even a console game though. This shit's like a fucking mobile game, basically.
You're thinking this is Legacy Wars, isn't it?
No, it's like I can understand it looks better graphics, but this shit looks like a mobile game. Like Inspector, can you in your right mind tell me this game looks like a console game to you?
No.
Yeah, exactly. This shit looks like a fucking mobile game.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder they're pricing this shit at $20.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, it doesn't look good.
The way what's it called? Battle for the Good game.
Combat and shit like that is not going to compete with Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Dragon Ball.
It won't. Like, here's the thing, they played this wrong when they announced it. They played it wrong. They announced it wrong time. They're releasing it at the wrong time. I feel as if this is a whole mess anyway. But like, don't get me wrong. I'm a Power Rangers fan, right? So Power Rangers, you know, I like it, right? Don't sue me. But like, you know, the one thing I'll say though is just that I want to see what else. Like, I want to see some actual gameplay, in-game footage, right? Some in-game footage, and then I'll make a judgment on it, because we can't just base it off one trailer, right?
I'm basing this shit off on the screenshots.
You're just basing it off of the green screenshots, but like, we need some.
I can tell, like, fucking looking at this shit ain't gonna be good. There's like, no hope. And the pricing also tells me they don't have any confidence in this.
Like, the way I see it is, it's just that I think that it's an okay, right? It's okay that you've tried an attempt to push out a fighting game, but let's be realistic, right? You could have put it at a different date for release. To be honest with you,
and I can guarantee you their budget wasn't large.
No, it wasn't, because they tried to coattail off Legacy Wars. Because Legacy Wars it's a different game. It's a mobile game, right? It's like you attack, you got assist, and you've got special, what's it called, defense, and you also got special attack. But with this, it's a different aspect of thing, different mechanics and stuff apparently. So, like it's a good thing they have put like Lord Draker and Tommy Oliver, Jason Lee Scott. They put the OG stuff in there, but like, come on, guys, you really got to think outside the box. You got to think outside the box. You got to make it look more realistic. If you put it less realistic, how many people are going to buy it? You probably get the Power Rangers fans to buy it, but general audience, how many people will get it? Not many. Not many general audience will get it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And even though if it's $20, $20 is nothing. But you know what? Another thing too, you can't pre-order the game from the UK. It's only US. You can pre-order it. Yeah. If you go to the website, only US based can pre-order the game. I go to the website right now, right? I go for Battle for the Grid, right? I'll show you guys what I see. Battle for the Grid, right? And it's like, you'll be surprised on like how come I can't just like pre-order the game? So it's weird, and it's like, I'm just like, it's stupid, to be honest with you. And like, I just want to like pre-order the game and stuff and to play it myself.
Yep.
And they're just like, no, well, you can't. You need to. You have to use your email address, and they send you to some weird website as well. Like, I saw this as well. Like, they send you like to a website, and I'm just like, what? Why? Why would you send us to another website just to pre-order a game? Just to pre-order a game is like, no, well, you have to do this, and I'm just like, wow, like, you can't even pre-order it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's stupid.
All I can say, this shit's gonna flop.
Yeah, it may well flop. Like, it may well flop, and it's like, It's a fighting game. Yeah, I get the fact that it's a fighting game. It'll probably be the next Marvel versus Capcom type of thing.
Oh, Infinite.
Yeah, Infinite. Yeah, but you know what's even worse than that is the fact that when you pre-order the game, it's not going to be cross-play with PlayStation.
Yep.
Because PlayStation isn't going to allow it. PlayStation's already said, "Oh, we're not gonna allow it." Like they've put the Switch, like there's a Switch trailer for it, which I've seen. Like I'm just I'm just surprised that I'm just surprised that not Warner Brothers. What's the company anyway? I'm just surprised that anyway has actually done something stupid like this and allowed this game to be just like, okay, we'll make it like this. We'll make it a little bit more fantastic, like a Marvel versus Capcom. I thought they would have, looked at those games and say, look, okay, we need to make it more realistic, more like how Power Rangers the movie was, right? It was realistic. If you put it like that, but in terms of a fighting game, you would get people to play that game. To be honest with you, but that's just me. That's just me. So I don't know about you guys, man. Like, what do you guys think? Because it's don't forget, it's $39, by the way, to collector's edition. $39.
For like the season pass or some shit like that.
Yeah, for just the season pass and everything. And I'm just like, you guys are so dumb. Like it's like you guys could have made a difference for it. Really, you could have done something. You could have done something for it. Like, I mean, even looking for the website, you can't even find the website. To be honest with you, like I don't know where you can find the website to pre-order the game. So it's not even on the PlayStation Store. Would you believe? So like I don't know. I just think we've actually screwed they've screwed the fans over. Typical. Anyway, typical.
Yep, and we got some interesting news regarding PlayStation, so to speak, and just want to quickly give me a sec. Share the screen, right? Okay. All right. Quentin Cobb. He was a senior game designer at Sony, formerly Naughty Dog for Uncharted 3, 4, and The Last of Us. Right? I'm happy to welcome my good friend James Martinchek to the team as our new lead animator. We worked together on The Last of Us, Uncharted 4, back in our Naughty Dog days, and he just finished working on Red Dead 2. Hashtag PlayStation. This is PlayStation logo, right? Shinobi, who's a very reliable guy and stuff like that. He says, nice, good guy, James. What was the team again, Q? Can't recall. And then he replies, you're naughty. When can you announce the new team and the project, the future? And then they had this. Oh, I fucking love this gift. The guy, like, they're doing the Shaq and the cat thing, but they're doing the God of War and the cat, and that shit is like amazing. Like, gosh dang it. But yeah, dude, they're hiring new people, and they're on a PlayStation studio that is unannounced yet, which means they are building up their studio, and it's going to be awesome, I think, and it's going to be a new addition to the PlayStation first-party studios. Inspector, what do you think about this? When do you think that they're going to announce this team, or do you think that they're waiting for the PlayStation 5 announcement to announce, this new team that they're building up?
I think they're waiting for the PlayStation 5 announcement. I don't think they're going to do it anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think this is a good addition, to have a guy, that used to work at Naughty Dog, then worked on Red Dead 2, and now is back at PlayStation for the first-party studio. What about you, Talati? What do you think?
About Naughty Dog?
No. They're how can I say this? They both used to work at Naughty Dog, but they're in PlayStation for a new studio that they can't say what this studio is called and stuff like that.
A new studio, that's interesting. I can say that's interesting. We'll just have to wait and see what they have to announce. And, before I pass it on back to you, I gotta say, oh, dog, spooky jiggers here. So,
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, am I here, dog?
Oh man, Jigga, you're actually here, dog. Oh,
Oh man, blame Red Hood, dog.
blame me. Oh man.
Man.
so yeah. So, Jigger, what do you think anyway?
I heard something about somebody doing something with some new people or whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, Quentin Cobb is working for a unknown studio for Sony, which is a new studio, and they got the guy that used to also work at Naughty Dog Studios, but then also went to Rockstar to work on Red Dead 2, and now he's back in this new unannounced studio.
Is that a good thing? He worked on Red Dead 2.
But he also worked on The Last of Us and Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 3, I thought you said.
Uncharted, because 4 was overrated. Facts.
Oh man. And he's the I think his position is he's new lead animator.
Oh, wait! You said he worked on Red Dead 2?
Yeah.
Okay, no, get him the fuck up out of here, bro. Red Dead 2, the animations is trash on that game, bro.
Oh man!
If he the lead animator, then he's trash.
But he also worked on The Last of Us and Uncharted 4.
He's trash.
Look, bro, if y'all see we all here play Red Dead.
But my thing is, I guess, what can you say is like lead animator in terms of like animating face wise or freaking?
Oh, I would consider like above all that. Like he does like the movement. Like he's above everybody who does that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like the manager, basically.
Was he actually lead animator in Rockstar? Because he's saying our new lead animator. So I have no idea what his position was in Rockstar. All we know is he finished working on Red Dead 2.
Oh man. Well, yeah. So he probably could have been doing anything. Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
But again, Sony fucking getting talent, bro.
Yep.
That's one thing they never stop doing is getting talent. So
yeah, they're building up the first party studio like the initiative is with Xbox. So it's like, I'm just wondering. I'm thinking that they're going to announce this studio when PlayStation 5 is announced.
Yeah, like around that, like they're probably going to announce some new IPs and stuff, and then they're going to be like, in addition to these new IPs, we got this new studio, and they're going to bring them out. Like
exactly.
Yeah. Shout out to Sony. They doing what they need to do, keep to stay relevant, like to keep the talent, keep getting more talent. Like you can never have enough talent, bro. And they've shown that like talent is what makes great games. It's not names, it's talent. It's not money, it's talent. Like yeah, talent needs money, but if you have all the money in the world and no talent, the game's gonna be trash, bro.
No. Exactly. It's like you cultivate that talent. Sometimes buying studios, you can't really, cultivate said talent at times.
Like sometimes you buy a studio, all the talent has really left.
Like Rare,
fast. All her talent is gone, bro. It's sad.
Yeah, that studio is not Rare anymore. Shit is fucking ghost town in terms of talent. But no, I'm gonna be super hyped to see it and stuff like that. But I gotta give a shout out to Dreams because people are breaking NDA, but seeing some of these levels, I guess you could say, is kind of insane. Like I saw a Dead Space level, and I was like, "Gosh, dang! They remade Dead Space like a section of the game," and I was like, "That's fucking crazy!" And PT as well. I'm like, "Gosh, dang! You guys are talented."
But isn't that what they really usually always done? Is like create games with like weird levels and stuff.
Yeah, but like Little Big Planet was just like, what was it, like 2D when making stuff like platformers or shit like that, platforming.
Yeah, it was basically like a platform.
But this is like 3D, like you know what I mean, like.
I'm gonna have to look it up because I haven't been looking forward to that game. Because after I found out they created Little Big Planet, I was like, nah, I'm good.
My thing is, it's like I might get the game just to play these levels that people create. The ones that are really intricate, not the ones that like, you know, that the type of levels I would make. That shit I would never play. But like, you give me like a Dead Space level, shit, dude, I would play that in a heartbeat. And I think, yeah, the PT, it would be amazing to see what more they can do because, like, when seeing that first trailer of Dreams, I was like, this game doesn't look that great. And then seeing this shit, I'm like, this looks pretty damn good. But you know, I'm not that fucking talented, so I probably couldn't even.
Y'all can have this. I'm looking. No, I'm good.
Oh man, yeah, I'm impressed.
Not really, but it's not my type of game, bro.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty impressive.
I mean, if it see, that has to be your type of game. If that is, then you can. Like me, it's a no, bro. I don't like that platform in 3D. I don't care if it's 3D or not. It's just platformers are
well, did you see like the Dead Space level or no?
Right now I might be on I don't know what kind of level this is.
Yeah, I'll fucking DM it to you real quick. But what do you guys think about that though, Taladia, about them recreating levels from video games and shit like that, like with the creation tool for Dreams? Do you think that's gonna be like kind of stream worthy of people, you know, playing other people's levels like that?
Yeah, I think so. I personally, I think that's pretty cool for other people to play it, and you know, this would be a learning curve for these guys as well.
Yeah, I think so.
But one thing I will say is shout out to Sony. Like, they put money into these type of games that like other studios really wouldn't.
Yeah, like Microsoft would not ever do something like that.
Even though I don't see it selling much, like they still try. So,
oh man, Jigga is gonna become a Sony player soon.
I'm definitely not, bro. Xbox game.
Xbox for life. What about you, Inspector? What do you think about them, like these creators recreating some game levels from other video games? Like, dude, they might even recreate some like DC games and shit like that. Even Spider-Man, maybe.
It's interesting, as you said yourself. Like, I'm not really that much of a creative type.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'm that like creative in the head to do this, but that's why these media molecule games never like grab me, because I can never do what these people do. But yeah, some people are just like really creative and crazy.
Yep. All right, so quick tidbit before we get to the meat and potatoes, which is Mortal Kombat. We do have a. Give me a quick sec if I can find it. Gosh dang, I like skipped it or whatnot. So it's been announced by Bandai Namco that there is a Dragon Ball Z RPG that's gonna be more news about it, like what, after the tournament or something like that. If I remember correctly, because
I've got the tweet. A new Dragon Ball game is coming. Don't miss the Dragon Ball Fighters World Tour finals during the the Red Bull Summering event. To discover more about the next Dragon Ball action RPG, it says hashtag Red Bull thing, so you just got to register. But it'll be at the event, basically. That's what they're trying to imply. And that was from Bandai Namco's US Twitter handle.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I guess, Jigga, you interested in a Dragon Ball Z RPG game?
Somewhat, if done. It depends on what. Like, I don't know. I can't see it being good. Like, that universe is like, it's okay. I like the universe, and I just see the combat being repetitive though, because like, even in the Dragon Ball series, like they all use like repetitive attacks, and it's like, I don't know.
It depends. It's like if you make the combat good and not repetitive somehow, I feel like it'd be fun to play.
And stop trying to rehash, like come up with some new story, bro.
Oh, did you saw that tweet?
Yeah,
Even Smash had the same shit. Like, and that's also from Bandai Namco.
Oh man, it's sad, dog. It ain't looking good, bro. But I mean, let's just keep hope alive until we see some otherwise.
Yeah, it's crazy. Xenoverse. What's the other one? Fighters? Yeah, Fighters. That's crazy. Big yikes.
I never played Xenoverse, but I already seen people hype about it.
It's the first one's good, then the second one was just like, it was basically the same story.
It was a cash grab, dog.
Yeah, not much changed. I guess we can go more into like the Mortal Kombat stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you got like Mortal Kombat 11 was like announced, and
the gameplay was announced,
and so far 8 characters were confirmed.
7, well, not including Shao Kahn, but 7 characters were confirmed. I thought it was 7.
Yeah, it was Scorpion. They're grouping Shao Kahn in the 8.
So yeah. I don't count Shao Kahn since he's a pre-order because they didn't show Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
So the 7 characters were Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Baraka, Scarlet, Raiden, and Geras, who's a new character.
Yep. And there were 25 character slots shown in the live stream. And Geras is a powerful and loyal servant of Kronika, who was shown off in a preview of the game's story mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also heard news about Ronda Rousey voicing Sonya. I mean,
Sonya Blade. Yeah.
I don't know. Ronda to me is.
Yeah, I've never heard her voice and like I love her voice. It's like,
I just don't think she's a great actress. You know, I never liked her in Expendables. Just felt she couldn't act. I mean, she's getting better in WWE, I guess, from seeing some videos, but I don't know what else to say about her. But I think the finishers were amazing. Some of the
fatalities.
Yeah, fatalities and stuff like that. Dope. They're still doing the not the finishers, but what's the in between? Because I barely
brutalities.
Huh?
Are you talking about like X-rays or brutality?
Yeah, X-rays and stuff like that.
It's kind of different. They replace full-on X-rays with fatal blows.
Okay.
And fatal blows, since they changed the meter system, they don't use any meter, but you have to have 30% health or less to use them. And once you use them, you can't use them again. So let's say you're down, like if you're down in round 1 and your opponent is like really high on health and you're really low on health, 30% or less, you can use your fatal blow. But once you use it, once you connect with it, you can't use it the next round. You can only use it once per game. Unlike the X-ray, where you can just like build up your meter again and use it again. And they also replaced X-rays with things called crushing blows, which are basically X-rays but within combos. Like what crushing blows is like, let's say you do like a certain combo string, like let's say with Baraka, and there's a certain thing that you have to, like a certain criteria that you have to meet to get the crushing blow. And like most of the time, the crushing blow just does extra damage, but sometimes like it can pop the opponent up more, or like there's like damage over time, or like other things, or like it yeah, like those are the things like it can do. Like the most common crushing blow I've seen is actually like an uppercut crushing blow, where like if you counter a high attack with an uppercut, you do a crushing blow, and what that does is that it does extra damage, but it also pops the opponent up. Because the thing with Mortal Kombat 11 is that it's much less focused on juggle combos, which is very prevalent in the previous MK games. This one is way more ground based than MKX, and definitely MKX, because MKX was very juggle heavy. But Yeah, and the crushing blows can only be used once a match too. And they're on specific moves, not every move.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I would be getting it, but money's tight right now, so it's big yikes for me.
For me personally, I won't be getting MK11. Unfortunately, your boy is going to be saving up as well, because like before you say it, Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't doing it for me. And I know what you're gonna ask. Oh, you haven't finished Red Dead 2. Yeah, I know, but I feel as if that I need to get another game I really want to play.
Spooky.
Super spooky.
I need to play a different game, man. Your boy wants to try something new.
Man, you didn't finish the
Hey,
game.
just say it ain't. Just give up, dog.
I feel like you're not gonna finish that game, dude.
Yeah, it's a long game.
And I don't
Yeah.
blame you. The game not that great.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I just given up on it. I'm just selling it, man.
dude, I feel like he'd be the same way if he plays The Witcher 3, though.
Oh man, if you do, I can't talk to you no more.
That's the one game. That's the one game I'm not getting.
I'm gonna buy MK11 just because I bought every NetherRealm game since MK9.
I want to get it, but the situation I'm in, I just cannot.
Yeah, I understand. Like I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I'll probably pre-order in like February or March.
You see, the thing is with MK11 is the fact that it's so pricey that
yeah, it's the same. It's the same price. It's just just if you get like the Ultimate Edition, it adds money. But if you just want the regular game, it costs the same amount.
Yeah, but I know. In here in the UK, it's pricey, like a bit more pricey than US. So it's like I'm just like wow, and that you have to sell off some of your old games like Red Dead and Spider-Man just to afford that game. So it sucks. But for me personally, I won't be getting MK11. I'll probably just get a different game like Dragon Ball or something.
Yeah, but I'll go ahead, Red Hood.
No, I think it's a regular price game. I think so. It's like but you're in a situation that you can't get it. You just can't get it. Like me, I'm in a situation I'm not able to get it because of my dire circumstances. So it's like once that happens, like once I'm out of that circumstance, yeah, I'll be able to buy it. But we'll see, because what I liked, I really liked, but my thing is, where's that Switch version though? Where's that Switch video?
We're not yet. Like they're probably gonna wait on the Switch version.
I'm hearing it's got delayed. The Switch version of Mortal Kombat 11.
Not surprised.
Yeah, it's not even being worked by NetherRealms.
No, like companies usually outsource ports. That's a common trend in the video industry.
Heavily downgraded.
Yeah, because like the Switch doesn't have the same processing power as
PS4 or Xbox.
As PS4 or Xbox One.
Mm-hmm. The Switch.
To be honest, like I know people might get triggered, but I wouldn't be surprised if they canceled the Switch version.
Ooh, fans gonna get triggered, dude.
Dude, I don't know. That frame rate gonna be popping and locking, bro. You don't want to play that.
Yeah, no, that frame rate has to be 60, which means they're gonna have to down res, lower the texture so damn much.
Look ugly. Look like you playing the PS1 game, dog.
And also, M-rated games don't really sell on Nintendo consoles. Like they make M-rated games for Nintendo consoles, but none of them really sell because the Nintendo consoles are family consoles.
I'm trying to think. See if you're wrong.
I think they made one like mature game, and it
besides Doom, Skyrim, and Wolfenstein. No More Heroes. That was on my.
No More Heroes. That's true. But No More Heroes is an exclusive, and MK is like knowing how Warner Brothers ports have worked out in the past, especially with previous Mortal Kombat games.
My thing is, I think this console is less family oriented than said other consoles. Like you're gonna get Mortal Kombat, but to the degree that you think you'll get it, it won't be the same as a PS4, Xbox, or PC.
To be honest, I could see them like they did back when, like back when World at War came out, Call of Duty World at War. They had the current gen version, which was the PS3, Xbox 360 version at that time. That was M rated, and then they had the PS2 version, which was T rated.
Yeah.
I can see them making. I could see them downgrading it so much that it gets a T rating, and I don't know how that's gonna fly. But
yeah.
But I could see that happening. But
oh yeah, and isn't there supposed to be another event coming up soon?
they have a combat cast where they reveal another character, but I don't think they have another big event coming up.
Because I thought there was a fan and a critic one. I don't know. I thought there was
no. They had two different events on the same day.
Oh, okay.
One was in London and one was in LA.
Okay, cool. All right, so switching over, Bethesda squashes rumors of Fallout 76 going free to play.
Boo.
So
they're done.
Retail copies of Fallout 76 are not being pulled in preparation for the game going free to play. Rumors began circulating following a video from YouTuber The Quartering, which I've seen his recommendations and stuff like that in my videos, who presented a number of instances of the standard edition of Fallout being unavailable on Australian retailer EB Games website and having notably low stock on Amazon.com. The video, he speculates that the game could be going free to play, with the video description reading, "Someone reached out to me from EB Games in Australia, mentioned the game was likely to go free to play." After gathering momentum on Reddit, one player asked the developer outright on Twitter about this rumor, saying they would want a refund if there was any truth to the claims. Bethesda responded, tweeting, "There's no truth to this rumor," nipping this in the bud fairly quickly, which is wise given the potential it could have further angered the community. Fallout 76 had a rocky launch with problems both in-game and with the physical product itself. As well as a number of bugs, the company leaked players' personal information following support glitch. And about the nylon bags and the Power Armor Edition and all that stuff that had issues. And Fallout 76 had a terrible launch. That shit was like the Titanic. That shit wasn't rocky. That shit was like split in half.
Yeah, this shit trash.
Should have Celine Dion singing in the background.
I don't know, but I'm kind of glad people are like breaking that game because I want that game to just fail.
I mean, so they're not going free to play, and this shit's low on stock, meaning they're not getting more supplies and stuff like that. And hearing people are shipping it back. So what is this? They're not going free to play, but they're not sending any more. So does that mean like they've given up on the game?
That's what I think it is. Like, if you got it, you got it. But then, what if they shut down the server? If I pay $60 and they shut down the server, bro, we fighting.
Dude, it's just like
I think they're just giving up on it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're gonna have to just get it digitally.
Yeah, get it digitally. That's the best way.
Even though I would never touch that shit in my life.
Well, if it'd be paying like $5, I probably would. Yeah.
What, you get it for $5?
Yeah, like $5. I'll probably play it for a little bit and then give up. But not. I've been watching videos where like dudes are like breaking the game though, so it's like, do you really want to get it now? Like people got like 100 to 1,000 like bobbleheads and like have 1,000 of every resource in the game. Like, bro, it's over with, bro.
Dude, might as well make a video of me snapping Fallout 76 now.
Oh man,
give me some.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate on that, so you probably would get some views on it.
Yeah,
I mean, you could always go to GameStop and get $3 for the trade-in.
Oh shit! GameStop. The man that always.
They'll charge you to take it. Like you want $5.
Good word. So that was it. Now we have a Bethesda and Ubisoft thing, and then we're going to the movie things. So Bethesda, my man Bethesda, taking some shots, and I like these shots. I really do. At Ubisoft. And what I mean by this is this right here. So Rage 2 sent this out on my Twitter timeline. I saw this and I had to search for the article to see if they made one. And surprisingly enough, IGN and need their image because I'm not reading what they're saying because after that whole RG2 thing. So, I guess Pink is all the rage. Get pumped for new Rage 2 gameplay coverage next week. Rage 2, Newer Dawn. And funny enough, that's there's a shout off at Far Cry New Dawn because Far Cry is trash. I'm gonna fall back a little bit, but this is supposed to be like the artwork that's similar to Far Cry New Dawn, and I just really dig this because I'm gonna be completely honest and keep it 100. I believe Rage 2 will be a better game than Far Cry New Dawn. And then Far Cry New Dawn sent out a tweet. Glad you like our art. If you also need a new trailer, here's a good one. They sent out a new trailer. And Rage 2 replied, oh, sweet. The game looks great. Hashtag on Wednesdays we wear pink. And that's it. And I think I like these jabs between these companies. And I think Rage 2 just was better than, Far Cry in their responses. And a lot of people agree with like the amount of retweets and likes and stuff like that. It just shows that people still have good gaming taste.
Oh man, shout the game company. They need more like this though, like where it's hyping up both games a little bit in a fun way. Like I like that, bro.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think is going to be the better game?
Oh, it's definitely probably Rage 2.
Because let's be honest, Far Cry New Dawn looks like an expansion.
I mean, it probably if you played Far Cry, what is it?
5?
What? Yeah, Far Cry 5. I thought it had a name to it. I guess it didn't. But if you played that one, yeah, it's basically an expansion. It could be considered like DLC. That they was like, oh, this is DLC. Let's make it into a game. Yeah,
like Far Cry Primal or something like that.
But I'm surprised nobody complained about that DLC for 5. DLC was terrible.
I never played 5. I'm kind of glad I haven't.
I only played 4.
If you played the story for 5, it's pretty good.
I heard the ending was trash.
No, I actually liked the ending.
Really? Some people were saying it was trash for some reason.
It wasn't good, but I have no problem with it.
Yeah. Inspector, what do you think about this whole like Twitter banter between Rage and Far Cry?
I think it's good. It shows that companies are just having fun. I mean, that's good. Like, I think people just like when it comes to like Marvel versus DC, they think they have like a really serious rivalry when all of them are friends. So I think it's good. It promotes a good like atmosphere for because they're not being serious. They're just poking fun at each other.
But in all seriousness, which one do you think is going to be the better game?
To be honest, like I never got into Far Cry and I never played the first Rage, so I can't really say anything. I haven't seen the trailer for Rage 2 either, and I haven't seen the trailer for New Dawn either, so I can't really say.
You gotta watch it and then let it be known on Twitter. Tweet it out and be like, I think Rage 2 is going to be better. Or you could just say Far Cry New Dawn. But but Slotty, what do you think about the whole Twitter banter? Poking fun at each other.
It's just banter, man. It means nothing. It's not like they're taking it to heart. So it's all a bit of fun. It's all fun, banter and love. All that type of thing. So yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Which one do you think is gonna be the better game?
Don't ask me, bro, because at the end of the day, I'm not getting any of the games. So
you know what you need to be getting next Tuesday? King Hearts 3. That's just me.
Bro, I'm skint.
Oh man.
I feel like that.
So time to talk about
movie talk.
It's some interesting movie talk. We're going into The meat and potatoes. The controversy. That is Ghostbusters 3. It's not really controversy per se, actually. It's just one person. But I can't even find it. What the heck? Why is it that
forward to this though?
Good word.
Some series should just be left where they were.
Give me a quick second.
Like they keep trying to remake Magic and it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, give me a quick second. Okay. Okay, here we go. Give me the tweet. Pull up the tweet. No thanks. Okay, so Jason Reitman. So supposedly, Jason Reitman, who is the son of Ivan Reitman, will be directing Ghostbusters 3. And somebody named Nathan Martin at James Reitman, you're going to bring back Melissa McCarthy, hashtag Kristen Wiig, hashtag Kate McKinnon, hashtag Les Dog, right? Because that would be awesome. But, okay, that person does not know how to write English. But okay, Leslie replies, so insulting. And yes, there's profanity in it. Like, fuck us. We didn't count. It's like something Trump would do. Trump voice. Gonna redo Ghostbusters. Better with men will be huge. Those women aren't Ghostbusters. Ugh. So annoying. Such a dick move, and I don't give fuck. I'm saying something. Gosh dang, can you stop?
Maybe we should learn to use grammar, Leslie Jones.
Wait, who said that? Leslie Jones?
Leslie Jones.
Like, bro, will you shut up?
This is killing me, man.
Like I basically say the same thing about you. Oh, what, men are not good enough, so they had to go and make it an all-female cast? Oh man, like you should sit down and shut up, like, bro.
And my thing is, it's like she's feeling entitled about this franchise that she never even started Ghostbusters to begin with. It's like she doesn't have like a say in it. Her movie bombed in the box office. They didn't make a profit. They lost money. Sony lost money on that movie. It wasn't a good movie. The jokes didn't land. It was very unfunny. And it was just like it wasn't a film that fans wanted, right? So to speak. And to come out like talking like that and acting like that and saying this has to be about Trump, like
yeah, that Trump comment is just so like ignorant.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
It's like see, people that want a Ghostbusters sequels have to be Trump supporters or something.
I hate the term SJW, but she just sounds like an SJW.
I mean,
I have to agree.
You're wrong.
It's like,
sorry, Leslie Jones.
Like, I don't like Trump, but don't stop giving him too much credit. Like, he has nothing to like, bro.
Yep. I just don't understand. It's like there's a time and place to talk about Trump. This ain't one of them.
Yeah, it's a Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
And plus, like, it's a sequel, not a remake. So that's why people are more excited.
Have you been remake? The media though just like say like, oh my gosh, this is a travesty that the Ghostbuster female didn't get a sequel.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like these all like I'm gonna sound like such a prude here, but like these female-led remakes aren't making a profit for these studios. Mm-hmm. Like, look at Ghostbusters. I mean, Ocean 8 kind of made a profit, but like it was kind of like mixed to negative reception from critics.
Well, supposedly they didn't even actually make the profit back. They only made like $260 million or something like that.
And arguably Ocean's 8 had the bigger cast because it had like Rihanna, it had Sandra Bullock, like it had a bigger cast. Because what Ghostbusters was just a bunch of SNL comedians doing a Ghostbusters movie. I mean, that's what original Ghostbusters was, but
it didn't really feel like Ghostbusters, and it's like you said, it was like an SNL skit.
Yeah,
it's like
it
they could have done without the Ghostbusters thing, and maybe more people would have went to see it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the problem. They keep trying to redo other series that have a cult following. Like, create your own series. Like, it's
there's a time and place. It's like you don't need to use an existing license and just be like, oh, let's make it all women. It's like yes, you can have diversity, but you don't have to go around doing all women. It's the same thing if you I don't know, what was it? The Charlie Angels, right? You'll go around being like, let's redo Charlie Angels and make it all men.
I actually like that.
Man,
I would rather you get like Zac Efron and I don't know. I could see that being a good movie, bro.
Oh shit. What else? It's like something like that. It's like I don't understand. It's like, but if you say you're excited for Ghostbusters 3, you're a misogynist or you don't like women or something like that. It's coming to this like point where you can't be happy about certain things. It's like if you're happy about that thing, you're a terrible individual. You shouldn't be doing that. And it's just like I don't need to. It's like
everything got to be so black and white, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I can be excited about something and not hate everything women make, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and then you got other reporters. It's like I think somebody from I believe it's the UK. I don't know, but they were making some sly comment remarks and stuff like that. But I guess, Claudia, what do you think about the Leslie Jones comment about Ghostbusters and how she sounds entitled and
she's
talking about Trump and it's like,
well, firstly, right, the whole entire thing it's a free world. You got your own opinion, right? So that she's got free speech to say that, but she really speaking, is she a public figure? That's the question.
Leslie, she's an actress. She was in the Ghostbusters
SNL. She's a big SNL person, and she's an actor. She was in the Ghostbusters remake. So she's public.
Oh, okay. So she's in the last Ghostbusters film. I don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you, because because they're not remaking, because they're sequeling on from the Ghostbusters 2 movie from back in the 80s and shit. And if the way this actress has come out and said the things she said, I think she should have realistically been a little bit more politer about it and just said, look, what Ghostbusters is doing now is going to put the franchise into a better place. And, something which is more positive, not a negative thing. So, you know what I mean?
Maybe it's just like she oof.
She took it out of negativity, didn't she?
Oh yeah. I mean, she freaking was cursing like a damn storm. She couldn't freaking.
She couldn't use proper grammar.
She couldn't use. I don't understand people like that, man. It's like, I get the fact that you're hacked off. I get that, but come on, you don't need to be negative about it. Be positive. Hey, this is something good for the film industry. Something which we haven't seen in a very long time. It would definitely beneficial for the Ghostbuster community and shit, right? And because she can't spell, maybe she needs to go back to school. I'm sorry, but she'll have to go back to school. I know I'm roasting her, but it's like she needs to go back to school and learn how to spell and shit. So,
well, I'm not gonna blame her for misspelling because she was getting angry and heated, and usually when you're heated, you don't pay attention to what you're saying.
My problem is, why is she mad? She has no reason to be mad.
It's because she's not in the next movie. That's why.
Yeah.
What does it matter? You not even. I bet you she didn't even watch the original series. So it's like, shut up. You're not even a real Ghostbuster fan, dog. That's like me complaining about, I don't know,
here's the
Naruto,
thing, right?
And I never watched Naruto. It's like, shut up, bro.
You see, here's the thing, right? If you're saying to somebody, okay, you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, right? And you say to them, okay, well, we're remaking it, and then they say, okay, well, now we're going back to the OG stuff, and they're like, oh, well, now, well, screw you guys, because you guys are taking the stuff I had, the stuff that I put hard work effort into, and even the OG stuff is now going to be shit. That's what she's trying to imply, and I'm just thinking that you need to get your head together, put your screws back on, put your thinking cap back on, and say, okay, I should think about what I type next time and what I should say, because that's what people should be doing. Like, this is the honest truth. I've seen this time and time again. People should always think before they act, even if they're in the heat of the moment. Think before you act.
My problem, like, only way I would see she have a problem
because you'll
that
always
movie made money, bro.
Yeah, but here's the thing: there'll always be consequences for the things you do in life, and the one consequence that she'll have is a reputation. Her reputation will go down.
Not really.
Yeah, it will. Trust me.
I'm telling you, it don't. Because I'm pretty sure she's done something like this before.
In the comic book industry, nobody will hire her.
Well, she's not.
I doubt she would do anything like that in the first place. Like, she just hopped onto it
Or,
because it was all
or as I call it, in the nerd industry, she won't.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be hired because of the stuff she pulled to sell. That's just me though.
I don't know.
I think this is the first and the last. Like, she was never going to do a movie like that. They just probably came to her because they thought she would be funny, and I don't know.
So
Amy,
I still hate Melissa McCarthy though.
You still hate Melissa McCarthy, bro? I like her.
Her jokes are not funny. I hate that type of comedy.
Yeah,
like I would put her in a Jim Carrey category like that. Like, and I hate that comedy style, bro. It's so annoying.
You're lucky my mate doesn't hear that about what you said about Jim Carrey, because you're lucky.
You know, Jim. I won't forget that. But dude, there was an interesting thing in the article. What was crazy about hearing this news and seeing some articles, and like there was even a quote saying like, cracked contributor Chris Sutcliffe, who was a fan of Paul Feig's film and grew up with Ghostbusters, expresses more concern about the direction of the franchise under Reitman the Younger. Jason Reitman. What frustrates me about this new film, and I'm very aware that we've had very little news, is how keen they are to distance themselves from the 2016 film, says Sutcliffe. Not only will it feel like a victory to all the wrong people, but it just feels like a creative step backward. It's like, what? How is this a step backwards? Like, it just boggles my mind. It's like saying people are toxic and this stuff, and people should be wanting that 2016 sequel film, and it's like, this victory is a step backwards for everybody. No, it's not. It's that movie was a failure. The movie wasn't good. That movie, no one liked that movie. No one. I just don't understand that. It's like, why are you gonna put down like Reitman, like Ivan Reitman's son, Jason Reitman, who's directing it? It's like, I just completely don't understand this whatsoever. It's why go out of your way to try and like say that you really want this 2016 when it failed. Like, everyone knew it failed. The movie did not become a success. The movie had terrible jokes. The movie was poorly acted. The movie wasn't for the fans. The movie, dare I say, wanted inclusion or representation or whatever you want to call it, had a agenda, and they, not gonna say like, but that movie made fun of men too. So it's like, why can't we just have a film that people enjoy, that doesn't have, certain agendas, that doesn't, and that we don't treat people like garbage if we like, a certain film like Ghostbusters 3 and being, very excited for a film like that will, be the passing of the torch, which should have been that film. They shouldn't have done a 2016 Ghostbusters film. They should have just done a passing of the torch.
And even if you like the 2016, I'm not gonna hate on you. Like people have the right to like what you want to like, but it's like just let people be like I don't know. People always want people to be so negative, bro. It's like get out of here with that, bro.
Yeah. We got to realize that movie bombed. It's like that's a fact. The movie bombed, and you're not gonna. The studio's not gonna invest money into something that bombed. That's all. So that's that with that. For some reason, Netflix called Fortnite a bigger competitor than HBO. For some complete and unknown reason,
Wait, they said what now?
Netflix called Fortnite a bigger competitor than HBO.
Oh, I remember hearing that. That's dumb.
And they're saying Netflix discusses penetration into overall screen time, which includes TV and mobile devices that are used for television, movie viewing, video games, and more. Netflix said, we earn consumer screen time, both mobile and television, away from a very broad set of competitors. We compete with and lose to Fortnite more than HBO.
I can see what they're saying, though.
They're competing with screen time is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but I get what this because like don't get me wrong, HBO has hits, but it's like once you watch The Wire and Game of Thrones, there's nothing left to go back to.
Yeah, they focus on like real quality shows, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is those quality shows take a while to make. And those quality shows, there's not like a ton of them. Because like after like let's say Game of Thrones, right? I'm gonna be renewing my HBO Now to watch Game of Thrones. But once Game of Thrones is over, I got nothing else to watch until the Game of Thrones prequel for the cold night or the long night or something like that. And that's it. It's like they don't have a consistent like, all right, we got this. Whereas Netflix, to their benefit, has a lot. Now you could argue whether it's good or bad. They'll have some good shows and then they'll have some really, really bad shows. But it's like they have this like enormous amount of content that will keep you, glued to their screen, so to speak.
And HBO is basically like Rockstar and what's the name is basically Fortnite. It's like it keeps you for a while, but it's not really nothing great. Then you got Rockstar that just makes great games, and sometimes they're fucking flops. But usually they focus on making greatness other than just give you quick bits.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that dog.
What do you think about that, Inspector?
About what? Oh, about the thing about it being like a step down or something.
No, Netflix. Netflix saying that they're, that their competitor, they call Fortnite a bigger competitor than HBO. And what they mean by that is when they say we earn consumer screen time, both mobile and television, away from a very broad set of competitors. We compete with and lose to Fortnite more than HBO.
Huh.
And we came to a conclusion. It's like Fortnite in terms of mobile and consoles of PC. You play Fortnite like that, and the same thing with Netflix. You go on your phone to watch Netflix, or you go on your TV to watch Netflix, or you go on your PC to watch Netflix. They hold your screen time, so to speak, your attention, and all that. Your investment in their ecosystem.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I really have nothing else to say about it.
What about you, Ty? What do you think about that?
About
that Netflix calls Fortnite a bigger competitor than HBO?
Calls Fortnite
a bigger competitor than HBO?
I'm just laughing because it's fucking silly. Come on, calling Fortnite a bigger competitor? It's a video game.
I mean, I think it makes total sense when you have like screen time and stuff like that. Fortnite takes up a lot of people's screen time in terms of mobile consoles.
Well, if you're talking about streams, then yeah. But if you're talking about the game, then no. I'm just laughing.
In terms of investment wise, though.
Yeah, they're basically talking about like keeping people's attention and like having a whole bunch of people like spend time on your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might find it competitive.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A lot of people don't know this yet, but Fortnite is slowly dying out.
It's
I know
slowly
that.
dying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. But I still see kids on their phones and stuff playing Fortnite and stuff, and it's like, guys,
No, but it's like seriously, like what I mean by it's slowing, dying out is because a lot of people don't want this. They're given the same repetitive stuff, and people don't.
no, I agree with you, but Netflix right now are still seeing them as a big competitor.
Netflix needs to get this shit right. Shouldn't have cancelled Punisher. Shouldn't have cancelled Daredevil. Shouldn't have cancelled. You know, they should have just kept it going.
Hey man, I don't disagree with you, but
They're
seeing Fortnite more of a competitor than HBO was. I'm gonna have to agree with that.
but Netflix have put their heads on the plate and basically said, okay, our heads on the plate now, and Fortnite can win. That's what they're probably saying.
I mean, I don't think that's what they're saying, but they
In their minds.
I don't know about that. They're like, oh, we want that market share. I mean, they're making said games like Botter. Oh gosh, dang it! The Black Mirror movie. I forgot. That's kind of like a game as choices, something like that. But that was a pretty dope movie. So next thing to go into, we got two more things. The first thing is the Batman movie.
Oh boy,
I forgot to talk about this a couple episodes ago. So Matt Reeves' Batman is two things for it. It's not going to be called the Batman anymore. I guess that's a rumor. And the second one is they're going to be a current version of Batman / that's Ben Affleck's version. It's kind of like Wonder Woman. But yeah, it's kind of like Wonder Woman actually. That you're gonna have scenes in the present day for like Ben Affleck, and then you're gonna have the younger version of him. That's I guess the rumor going around. And they're gonna have two Batman, one young Batman and the other, Ben Affleck's Batman. And I guess how do you feel about this, Inspector? I guess that rumor going around, do you think there's any validity to it? Or do you think this is like a compromise with Ben Affleck, or
I think a lot. Like, I don't want to say a lot. I think some number of people, kind of predicted this, like fans, not like supers. But I think a lot of people expected Ben Affleck to like bookend the film, like say, oh, like this is like a previous story of mine, and they flash back for the whole movie, then they cut back to Ben Affleck at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it not being called the Batman, I'm like, I'm fine with that. I guess like I've always considered like the title of the Batman as like a placeholder title, but I'm still interested in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
what was like the predicted or like the production supposed to go in? Year for 2019? Or?
Yeah, I think the end of this year, if I am
correct. What do you think about that, Taladia? About the Batman?
What can I say? It's coming from a kind of coming from a scooper who basically stated that it's changed the name. To be honest with you, it could be anything. It could be Batman such and such and such, or Batman Hush. You don't know. I mean, there's been other things that's added to the movie, to the scoop that I'll mention in a bit. But it's like, I just think that it could mean anything, in the terms of a subtitle or something, to be honest with you. But they've added other things too, you know that, right?
I think.
Apparently it's been confirmed for a 20 to 30-year-old male being cast for Batman.
Yeah, a young version of him.
A young version for him, and on top of that, new actors for Jim Gordon and
young version of him.
Yeah, a young version of Alfred. So, oh boy, So
That makes sense.
all I'm saying is saying, oh boy, because J.K. Simmons only got one film with DC.
Because my thing is, he's supposed to, it's like the Wonder Woman esque, similar to Wonder Woman. It's like you're gonna have Ben Affleck not really be in the film much compared to the young Batman.
Yeah, true. But it's like if Matt Reeves gets this Batman film right and gets it on point, then we're in for a treat. But if he gets it wrong and it gets delayed or it gets pushed back, then
My thing is, I don't think it's going to be a bad film. I can't tell you a bad film Matt Reeves has made.
But I
think
mean,
it's going to be like
a bad Batman film, if you know what I mean. Like nothing like Batman and Robin, but like something like more along the lines of Batman Forever.
I don't think so.
That's like still that was a bad film. I don't think that was I think that's a bad film and a bad Batman movie. I think that's not even like debatable. Like that's kind of, like you can't tell me that Matt Reeves has made a bad film.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Batman Forever was a bad film in general. Like point blank, bad Batman movie and a bad film.
Yeah, like I don't think Matt Reeves is going to make a bad movie because he's a very serious filmmaker and he's such like his
But who would you cast as
influences.
a 20-year-old though? That's the biggest.
I don't think he's going to go that young. I think he's going to go like mid-30s probably.
Yeah, I don't think
like Batman in his prime.
My thing is he does good casting, so I don't like.
Would
like,
you?
Or he has a good casting people to do stuff.
Dude,
like
just imagine if
Christian
they cast if they cast Joe Manganiello as Batman.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
They have him play both Batman and Deathstroke. Well, Deathstroke's not going to be.
It's like, oh,
that's spooky, dog. That's spooky.
I know. I was joking with the Deathstroke bit, but
I would laugh my ass off if they actually did that.
The one person I think
he's jacked. So
I mean, the one person they could bring in, hopefully they won't, but is possibly that guy who played Under the Red Hood. What's his name? Jensen Ackles.
No,
they're not gonna bring
Bruce Greenwood. You mean Bruce Greenwood voiced Batman and Under the Red Hood? Jensen Ackles voiced Red Hood.
Yeah, no, I mean, but he's an actor, like a proper actor. So
yeah, but he's not gonna get
I know, but he's a TV actor though, and voicing characters is way different than acting, like live acting. I know. I know a lot of people are saying like John Hamm, but the thing is like John Hamm is like 3 years younger than Ben Affleck, so you're not really getting a big age difference.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is out the question too, so
yeah,
he's older than Ben Affleck, I think.
Yeah, he's older than Ben Affleck. So if
he's like a year or two older than Ben Affleck, so if you're going younger, you have to go
way young, so something like Zac Efron's age.
Young Batman, to be honest.
Someone with Zac Efron's age. That's the type of age you need.
Like mid-30s, like 30, like
31, 32.
I was more like in the 33 to 36 range. That would be like my ideal Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Tom Holland. Oh man,
Tom
Holland's like 22.
No, Tom Holland's younger than me, bro. So.
Oh, Tom Holland's my age, so.
Dude, I will laugh my butt off. No, Mark Wahlberg's 40. I think.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's like in his 50s.
Are you kidding? Jeez.
There's no way he's that old.
Gosh dang. I thought that dude was in his 40s.
Nah, dude, he's in his 50s.
Gosh dang, that dude still looks young to me. I don't know.
Dude, it'll probably be an unknown actor, to be honest with you.
It might.
Oh, he's 47.
Oh.
Okay.
He's still old, though. Jesus.
He's still old. Like, he's old like Ben Affleck.
That's not old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like for the way he looks, it's old.
No, but in terms of how they're going to cast for the younger Batman, it'll probably be an unknown actor like they did with back in the day. What they did was when they cast for Superman, it was an unknown actor. They might do the same thing for Batman. And, it might pay off.
I mean, I wouldn't say Michael Keaton was unknown. He was
No,
just
not
known
Michael
for
Keaton.
different.
No, I'm not talking about Michael Keaton. I'm talking about Christopher Reeves. He was an unknown actor. Like when they cast for Superman, he was
But
unknown.
they're putting too much money in line for an unknown person.
No, but
Yeah.
it could. I mean, Tom Holland was unknown as well in the movie industry. So
No, he had a couple like big roles in like, but
couple
they're
of
like
roles.
indie movies. So
Yeah, they were iffy movies. So it's like if you could, they could do a similar thing, but who knows, man? The only thing we'll know for a fact is that there'll be a Robin or Batgirl probably.
And Batman won't be black. Oh man.
Batman won't be depressed. So who knows? You might even find some romance with Selena Kyle. You never know.
I don't think I got the romance part.
Yeah, Batman. I don't know. Like they need to do a romance. Well, they kind of did in the other ones. But I don't know.
They used to do, man. Like Selena Kyle.
Yeah, until they.
I
Well, they were gonna get married, but until they didn't.
Yeah, which they screwed up. DC.
I'm Batman. I'm broody. And sit in my back cave and cry. Like, bro.
Oh,
If you don't go out and blow some money, like, dog, you know.
It's just like the way I see it is that like Warner Brothers now is that they have to get this Batman film prepped up, ready to roll. Now we'll probably see some set photos by January of next year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, we'll see something set photos because they tend to leak out, and because they're shooting in November, right?
Yeah, sometime ending of 2019.
Yeah, so November, December. So you'll probably see some set photos by then. And, it'll tell you what the Batsuit will look like and whatnot. And whether or not we'll see Ben Affleck's Batman as well, like as a teaser trailer to Comic-Con next year. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yep. And quick rundown. Supposedly, this is a rumor. Don't take this as a fact. But it seems like Game of Thrones season 8 episode links have been leaked. So the magazine claims that the first 2 episodes of the season are 60 minutes each, and the final 4 episodes are 80 minutes each. And the screenshot below says 6:90, but the report in the room explained the speaker clarified that. Okay. So, what do I think about this? I wish it was a bit longer. That's what I wished. I felt like it should have been 90 minutes each for each episode. Because they would tell me movie length, man. I was like, an hour and 30 would have been better. 60 minutes, not so much. I don't know why the first 2 episodes are 60 minutes, but it is what it is. But Jacob, what do you think about that?
I don't know if I want to sit down for an hour and a half for a show, but that's kind of long.
Amen.
But Game of Thrones is great, so it's a good show. So it's like if it's one of the shows where I would give it a pass.
Yeah. It's like only 4 episodes are 80 minutes. Hour 20.
That's a long time, bro.
I wanted it longer though.
You spooky. But I guess since it's the last, you're gonna see the show.
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes too.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I really would say would have like cut it up and made them shorter, but added more episodes. But I guess they didn't want to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they wanted to just wrap the show up.
Oh man, they spooky. That show's too great to just wrap up like that, bro.
But they have to do it. What they have to do in it. So
they're wrapping it. They're wrapping it up before even the last book comes out. So,
dude, that book will never come out.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
There's 2 books supposed to come out to finish it up. It's the Winds of Winter never coming out. Like, I'm worried that George R.R. Martin will die before that book is released, or both books.
I can see that happening.
Yep, and then then everyone's gonna be like, well, we're just gonna look at the TV show. That's what would happen. But I'm gonna quickly talk about Glass. I've seen it, And
Oh
what do
man,
I think?
spooky.
And then we're going to the Black Panther stuff, and then we're done. Glass, I've seen it, and a lot of people had mixed opinions on it. And I went into it, and I actually enjoyed the film. There was only one twist I didn't like about the film. There were like two twists total, I think. I didn't like the end twist, so to speak.
I think I know which one you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but I did
It,
watch
it
a
was kind of
review.
predictable because you know that said character would do something like that, and it's like, but then the first twist though was just shocking because I was like, "Gosh, dang, that's messed up! I can't believe that he did that."
Nah, man, he's still spooky, dog. He's spoiling shit out, man.
No, I haven't said one word about a spoiler yet. But overall, I thought the acting is good. James McAvoy needs to get a nod, like with his personalities, because
I heard he carried the movie.
like his acting is like phenomenal. I loved his acting in Split, and in this, like the way he goes from personality to personality, like switching on the fly like that, is just crazy. In those takes, and I'm like, good word, how do you do that shit? I can't do that. I can't go talking like this and then changing it up, like, and changing that tone and how you're reacting, like that's too much. Like I can't. And I definitely think that James McAvoy deserves that. He's a good actor and he needs to start getting recognition for it. I really dug it. Fight scenes, I mean,
They're
the
trash.
thing is, like, this shit is from Blumhouse, right? It has a low budget, so it's like fight scenes are nothing to brag about. It's like,
Okay, that series is not doesn't really made for fight scenes though.
yeah, it's the equivalent of like Unbreakable One. It's like if you seen the fight scenes in Unbreakable One, that's kind of like the fight scenes what you're gonna get in like Glass, so to speak. So it's like don't expect anything grandiose like that. It's basically about their narrative story, and it's interesting. It's like the critics and audience are like, again, disagreeing with this movie, very similar to like Venom and even Last Jedi. So it's like very interesting to see that. But I'll say if you like Unbreakable and you like Split, or you like some form of them, they have that form in Glass. So if you like Unbreakable, you'll like some of Glass. But if you like Split, like one of the acts felt like Split, and then like one of the acts felt like Unbreakable. But I enjoyed it. I know you saw it, Talati, right?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Did you see both movies before seeing this one, or no?
No. This is the first time I watched a Glass movie,
Uh-huh.
He's spooky, bro.
bruh.
I can just hop in like that.
But it's like, for me, it was an emotional ride. To be honest with you, a lot of, like, I felt sorry for some of the characters, and not only that, but there was like some of the plot points were very interesting to me. Which I won't say because the movie's just come out, so like I have to let you guys watch it. But like it's a great movie to watch. If you watch the first two films, then you know what you know what you're in for. You're in for a treat. So, but I've got to say, fine acting by Samuel L. Jackson as Mr. Glass. I can say that, fine acting.
I heard people didn't like him. Well, they said him and Bruce Willis. Well, I heard they phoned it in. Like they weren't really into the characters like they should have been. Like that's what I heard.
I watched it, and I think this is the most Bruce Willis in terms of acting has done in a while. That's just me though,
Since Die Hard.
Bruce Willis movies, and he owned a lot of movies in throughout the years. I felt like this one, I guess, is his most like one he actually looked like he would try. There were parts where he didn't look like he wanted to like be doing some of the scenes, but then there are parts where he's like, oh gosh, like, oh, he's into it now. Samuel L. Jackson. I thought he did good, but that's just me. I didn't think he phoned it in. But that's
Fine acting, isn't it? It's just,
I think James McAvoy was the star.
star of the show. Yeah, that's what I felt. Jim
Yeah.
McAvoy.
Dude, just was too
I,
good.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Split,
Mhm.
but
me
McAvoy
neither.
saved. Like
Yeah.
McAvoy single-handedly saved that movie because if it was not if McAvoy wasn't in it, I would have been like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like he was the best part of that movie to me, and I hate that movie.
Mm-hmm. My thing is like he definitely deserves a nomination. If he doesn't get a nomination for best performance, it's.
I mean, it's too late because the nominations came out already. So,
But no. Wouldn't it be for next year though? Because Glass came out in January. So
yeah.
it goes up
but-
in December, right?
And it's
Yeah.
early.
Yeah. So it'll be the next Oscars.
Movies early in the year usually don't win.
Yeah. Last
Yeah.
time I think Split for him, he should have been nominated at least, but no, he wasn't even nominated.
At least this would be like one of his probably one of the best performances in the X-Men movies.
I liked him as Professor X though.
Yeah, I like him as Professor. I like both Professor X's to be honest, but that's just me.
Y'all spooky. I don't know any
Oh man. So we gotta go into the most controversial thing for the Oscars, and the nominations for Best Picture are, I believe, Black Klansman, which is actually a good film.
Ooh.
You didn't like that one?
Isn't it nominated for like CGI or some shit?
No.
Oh, nominations.
Okay, then never mind then. I thought it was that.
Wait, wasn't? No, I forgot because did Black Panther? Please don't tell me it was in Best CGI.
No, it wasn't.
Good.
I thought I guess I'm wrong then.
We're just gonna talk about Best Film. That the other stuff will be left for next week.
That's kind of spooky though. I still don't even think it was the best film.
I'm trying to find it.
So I went back and rewatched that, and it's not that great of a movie. Like I got caught in the hype, bro.
So, are you looking for best visual effects?
But we could talk about, I guess, Best Visual and Best Picture, and then that's it. And then we'll talk
Okay,
next.
best visual effects: Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, and Solo.
Easy. Infinity War. I think Aquaman should have.
What?
Yes.
Ready Player One, dog. What are you talking about?
No,
I'm
I've
joking.
watched.
I haven't seen that movie.
I watched both. I like Ready Player One, but Infinity War just had better CGI.
No, yeah, Thanos is late, bro.
I think Aquaman should have been nominated. Just saying.
Too late, dog.
What do you mean?
I think.
No, dude.
I think it came out too late. Like,
no, it didn't get to what? I thought Mary Poppins was in like the short list or some shit like that.
Yeah, Mary Poppins is getting nominated for like costume design and production design. So,
No, Aquaman should have been in there, dude. Mary Poppins came out later than Aquaman.
Yeah,
it came out the same day.
No, maybe it's because that famous saying, "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I never heard
Yeah,
that. I'm glad I haven't.
I think Aquaman, like, it should have replaced either Christopher Robin or First Man.
See, I never watched First Man, and I'm gonna try, but I don't think First Man did much CGI or visual effects.
I mean, I think it did.
Good, you didn't even notice. See,
but I have the Best Picture nominees in front of me. I guess we can. I agree. Infinity War should win Best Visual Effects just for Thanos alone.
Yep.
But so Best Pictures: Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know. That's just there for like biopic reasons. The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, and A Star Is Born.
I heard Roma's on Netflix or something like that, right?
Yeah, like it was in a limited release, like 1 week in theaters, and then it went straight to Netflix. Oh, yeah. Vice too. I forgot Vice. Vice is there too.
Vice.
Best Picture.
That's with Christian Bale, right?
Yeah. To be honest, I think it's probably between, for winning, probably Roma or A Star Is Born. Those are like the two big ones that I see. Like the only one I saw out of that pack was Black Panther, so I can't really, and Vice. So I saw Black Panther and Vice.
So this whole thing, right? Black Panther, and I'm disappointed, and for reasons why we've had so many superhero films in the past that I felt, in terms of Logan, and even like, I know you would disagree, Inspector, but I think The Dark Knight, that could have been nominated for Best Picture at that time frame, and
I mean, it was nominated, just didn't win.
Okay. Yeah.
It was nominated, but didn't win. Like, the amount of nominees were extended because of Dark Knight.
Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot. But Logan should have been in there too.
Like, yeah, so this is the Oscars.
Yes, this is the Oscars.
Look, I'm telling you, they're doing it for the culture, bro.
Yeah.
Because the Oscars are known for being so white, so they like, look, let's just give these black people a nod, and we won't catch flack. I mean, that movie really doesn't belong in there. It's a good, really, really good movie, but
like an amazing.
It's not one of the best in the year, bro. Like,
yeah. No. Exactly. To me, it's like it shouldn't have been there. It's like Logan should have been in one of them, but like
Logan got, but here's the thing, like
it was an adaptation.
Black Panther and A Star Is Born are nominated for Best Picture, but Ryan Coogler and Bradley Cooper are not nominated for Best Director.
I heard that stuff was like people pointed out there was no Best Actor, there was no Best. I don't know if it was in Best Costume Design. I think it's in Best Costume.
Yeah, it's in Costume Design and Production Design.
I think Costume Design was definitely a nomination deserved. That's just me though.
Yeah, I think Costume Design is deserved.
I gotta think Best Director, dog. Facts.
But Ryan Coogler made Creed, so I'm not gonna lie. Creed.
Yeah, it's nominated for production and costume design, and sound mixing and sound editing.
Nah, that wasn't that good.
Yeah, sound mixing, no.
And best original score too.
And
all I can remember is all the rap
songs. I don't even remember the rap songs. I don't remember the score of that movie, bro.
Yeah, no, the score was just not even the rap song. It was just
that's what I'm saying. I don't remember the score. That's how bad it was, bro.
Yeah, all the stars is nominated for best original song.
Mm-hmm. But overall, yeah, I don't think it was deserved. I know a lot of MCU fanboys will attack me for saying that, but guess what? It doesn't deserve. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Oh, man, Red Hood hater.
Like, to me, when it comes to comic book movies, I get people want representation, but comic book movies don't need Oscars. Like,
it's making money. Oscars not doing that.
Like, to me, like, Oscars don't even matter that much anymore, because the Oscars are kind of like a joke now, because they're I mean, not as much of a joke as the Golden Globes are, but
they're even trying to put big movies in big pictures to get people to come back.
I know, but I mean, granted, like, it was that like a decade ago. But the problem is, like, since like 2006 or 2007, they've just been putting all these art house movies in. I mean, it makes sense, but like, people are less interested because like half the movies that are nominated for Best Picture they haven't seen. Mm-hmm. So,
because in terms of like best comic book movies, I'm going to be completely honest. I think if I'm going to be honest with myself, I liked Infinity War more than Black Panther. I liked Logan more than Black Panther. I liked Dark Knight more than Black Panther. Wonder Woman. I'm going to say it. I liked Wonder Woman more than Black Panther.
Yeah,
man, like they're racist.
Even I mean, even with Wonder Woman, like, I know WB was making a huge push for Wonder Woman, and I'm like, Wonder Woman doesn't need Oscars. It's fine just the way it is. Like, I think it was nominated for makeup and hair, and that I think it deserved like production design and costume design, but it didn't get nominated for that. Like, I didn't need it to be like Best Picture, because like I loved Wonder Woman, but it wasn't Best Picture. But
oh man, you're sexist.
Let's be real.
Oh my God, Chica, shut up,
Chica. I mean, that's what people would say.
First, Chica took the racist, now took the sexist. Oh my God.
Red Hood racist and you sexist, dog. Oh man,
be real. Keep it a bug. Blade is better than Black Panther.
You said Blade? No, no, definitely not.
I'll say it with me, dude. It's better than Black Panther.
I can't agree to that. I can't. I didn't like the Blade series. It was okay, but not that good.
This is Jigga. Jigga's like Wakanda forever. That's what he's thinking.
Oh, I'm definitely not.
There's some
I
people
said that movie was overrated.
That was next to they
he's Wakanda for a week.
Wakanda.
I was Wakanda until you realized that movie was overhyped and like, oh man.
I do think it was kind of over.
Yeah, it was like I agree with you, Jigga, that it was a good movie. I felt it was like the structuring was kind of like weird for that movie. I don't think it was structured that well.
Overhyped. What I mean by that is like in terms of critic reception, it was crazy. Like it was even a Metacritic so high, like to like pictures that are like best picture quality, and I'm like,
I mean, we don't deny like the cultural importance of the movie, but we're just saying like,
I mean, you could
make bucks at the box office,
but that still won't like that doesn't give the film
I know.
right, best picture. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that to like people, and I'm just like, gosh dang, it's like it's crazy because it's like other films are just better structured, better written, better acted, and it wasn't a. Let's be real, Black Panther did not have a good last act with the third act. Well, in terms
the CGI was not the best.
And PS2 graphics.
Oh yeah.
PS3 that shit was PS2 graphics, right, Jigga?
Yeah, that was
PS2 graphics. Oh man,
it was awful, dude. It was awful.
I can't believe you're comparing it to a console, but
to be honest, like if they just had like another fight on the mountain, it would have been so much better. Like to be honest, like I don't get like I get they were like inside the mountain, but whatever. Like it doesn't make any sense because what they did is that they had that huge CGI fight and then they went out. Like Killmonger died in the snow. And why don't you just have the fight in the snow? It was like less CGI. I mean, of course the snow is probably CGI. Or maybe not because it's on a mountain, but I don't know if that mountain is CGI or not or whatever. Like all those fights with like M'Baku and like Killmonger like were really good except that last fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
But all I can say, you Marvel fanboys can't get me. After I said that shit. Nonetheless. That was the end of the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit that like button and make sure to hit the comment section below. Do you agree with our opinions on these topics, or do you think I am a Marvel hater now? And I've DC fan.
Release the Snyder Cut Red Hood.
Release the Snyder Cut.
Please.
I'm a Snyder fanboy now, dude. I'm gonna get my tattoo on the chest that says what do they call Snyder?
Zaddy.
Something like that. Like I don't know, something Snyder.
You're gonna buy a I Heart Zack Snyder shirt.
My I Heart Zack Snyder shirt. I'm going to like march up to WB's headquarters and do a protest. I want that Snyder cut, You feel me? DC for life. When DC is the best, DC will destroy Marvel and anything. Yeah, man.
If you march, just make sure you got a mega hat on, dog.
Oh shit, this man. But nonetheless, make sure to also share this podcast with your friends so get some more recognition.
No, don't just share with your friends. Share with your enemies too.
Share with your enemies. Share with your brothers, your sisters, your grandparents, your great grandparents. Make us known, And
don't share with your girlfriend because she's gonna fall in love with me.
Oh shit, you would be seeing people's girls now. You know what?
Yes.
Oh man, but with stress doing your girl.
Wait,
find down the Usual Suspects podcast.
Oh man.
Oh man.
But Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content from this channel and this podcast. And I'm trying this Friday. Most likely, I will be downloading these 2 last episodes and putting it into SoundCloud, and then it'll be consecutive. Like I'll just keep posting every time. Yep. So I guess make sure you're on SoundCloud. I will post it probably in the comment section below, so you guys can check that out. Listen to it while you're driving or at work or something. But also make sure to follow me on Twitter at RedHood240. I tweet some interesting things. I go at some people. I choke some people out on Twitter, But also, I'm going to be streaming Resident Evil 2 midnight for Friday on my Twitch channel at RedHood420. Make sure to follow that. And I might be scared. I might have to have a little blanket. I might have to have my freaking Pikachu stuffed doll, to keep me safe. But yeah, Ajiga, what can they find you at?
Find me on Twitch, Jiga April. Don't worry about Twitter, dog. I'm done with Twitter.
Oh man. And Inspector, where can they find you at?
Yeah, they can find me on Twitter at the Inspector.
And Taladia, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at mtaladia, and you can also find my YouTube channel, which is Taladia Plays. I will be doing videos hopefully soon in the next few weeks. I'm just debating what to do. I'm just doing with a collab with Red Hood and another YouTuber, so tune in for that. And also find my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays, where I do any game, shooting game, action games, you name it. It's a variety. So feel free to follow me there. And I do tend to go live in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening, so make sure you pop by. And I still can't believe Red Hood's got a Pikachu squishy doll.
I was joking about that. I do have a Morgana plush doll.
You spooky. I can't talk to you no more.
Dude, that's actually from the Persona 5 limited edition thing.
Anyway, but this has been the Overleveled podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And peace out, guys.
Sure to get that Morgana plush doll.
Oh man, I don't have nothing. Oh man.
Bye, guys.